News spread like wildfire on Tuesday that 9 of 11 teachers employed at the St. Peter Claver College Extension in Punta Gorda were abruptly terminated. The decision comes almost a month into the new school year, for which 85 students of the adult continuing education program are affected. The teachers, all who have in most cases been spending their own resources to provide the services to the adult learners in the South, say they feel disrespected and hurt by the move made by the board chair, Lisel Alamilla.
The secretary of the chairperson went to the other institution that most of the staff teaches, delivering termination letters.
Instead of the pay
Yes.
that you guys were promised.
Right. Now, she also came to my workplace, the secretary, and delivered termination letters for those who work here. Oh. Yes. So we are finding this extremely ridiculous. How do we go from the point where we are at an agreement and now we are being terminated? Keep in mind, this is 90% of your teaching staff. Now, our teachers are finding it extremely disrespectful that you would text that information to somebody. Due process was not followed, and we're also finding it extremely disrespectful that you would even have the audacity. Two people unilaterally making these decisions that affect 85 students, that affect a staff of 10, and also that affect an entire institution.
The extension is the oldest ACE institution in the country with 20 years of existence. The contention and subsequent termination was triggered by the group of adjunct teachers who refused to sign a contract to pay them every 2 months. Vana Norales says that according to the ministry rep, secondary school rules states that even adjunct teachers should be paid on a monthly basis. The staff rep alleges that their requests for meetings fell on deaf ears and they were slapped with termination letters on Tuesday afternoon.
The treasurer of the board presented an idea that we could be paid quarterly. Now, the staff rejected that idea. A couple months later, it was just forced upon us, saying, this is the email, read your contracts, and the staff outright, after meeting and consulting with each other, we outright rejected it. And that was because we do not agree to be paid quarterly for the entire year. That's ridiculous. So as a result, we sent it back. We asked them to revise this decision, revise their contracts, and then send it back to us. The meetings were oftentimes rejected. So we had our own staff meetings to decide what's going on. In the meantime, we were still showing up to classes, we were still doing what we need to do, still signing in, the logs are there at the school. Students, we have our grades, grade book, everything is checked.
But according to Alamilla, management was unable to meet the payments to teachers on a monthly basis and offered to pay every 2 months to ensure the sustainability of the education facility.
How can you terminate someone that you didn't employ yet? So really, when you're looking at it from a legal point of view, we were going day to day, week to week with them because we were trying to agree on a contract. And it was unfortunate that we couldn't reach an agreement on the contract. We understand that they want to be paid every 15th of the month, but because of cash flow, how money comes into the institution, we're not confident that we would be able to meet their requirement that we pay them on the 15th.
It is no secret that there are tough economic times, especially in the South. Teachers say that the added income outside of their daily jobs has allowed them to provide for their families. In comparison to other ACE institutions across the country, the PG teachers are the least paid. Juana Ramirez is a mother of 3 and has been teaching at the institution for 7 years.
I was really, I would say, disappointed in the turnout or the response that we got, because we had they sent us the contract about 7 o'clock the night before, and we were to review it, and then we were to make a decision, but they didn't give us the time to actually review it and decide what to do. Before the end of the day, we got the letter that our service were terminated.
But what happens to the 85 students enrolled in the program whose education hangs in the balance? Classes have since been suspended until next week, Monday, to make way for a new set of teachers to be hired. That is not sitting well with the students, who say that they will stand in solidarity with the teachers.
This affects we, sir, because then, we want our education, these teachers that they fire are the same teachers who encourage us to go back to school. They're at the ground from summer begin. They encourage we to apply and try to go back. And now they fire all of them just because then the teachers they fight for their rights. If they does not take back these 9 teachers that they fire, then the students they plan to have a walkout for a school. And without we, then the school won't run.
According to the teachers, they do not have the support of the Adult Continuing Education rep or the Ministry of Education rep because they have been instructed to stand down.
We have a ministry rep on board, and he told us that he got directive from above that his hands are tied. We also reached out to our ACE representative, our ACE coordinator for all the ACE institutions in the country, and again we were told that his hands are tied.
So it's political?
It's starting to look that way. Now, none of us professionals in the jobs that we do play politics when it comes to our students. We don't play politics when it comes to our salary. So why do we have to play politics and be fighting for monies that we work for?
Duane, Moody for News 5.